get started in a while. Give me a few seconds as I fill up things. Alright, let's get started. Welcome back to my Tsukihime stream, and... Oh, I actually forgot where we left off. But I plan to finish this by today, so... We're gonna get started, try to finish as much as we can. Tell the truth, I do feel a little under the weather. I can eat, but can you make it something I don't need to chew? I feel pretty bad and I can't really taste anything. After telling the truth, Kohaku-san says, "Oh, I see," was a little downcast. As the one in charge of cooking, he probably feels something about what I said. San, I think you're not feeling well because there was a change in your environment. So the mansion is not not suitable for you. Maybe you should go back and live with the Arima family for a while. So why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? You don't like me? His opinion was driven by a sincere concern about my health. Ever since I came back, my life has been strange. Since that promise from 8 years ago has apparently been forgotten, maybe it's better for my health if I go back and live with the Arimas. Yeah, that might be good too. Although, I've only been here for a week, and if I don't seem to get used to it soon, I'll leave for a while and go regain my health. Well, that may be jumping the gun a little bit. And then suddenly, Akia stands up from her sofa. Oh, that will not do, Nisan. You finally came back, so please do not leave again. If you say you're going to leave one more time, I will kill you. Just so you know, when she says, "I will kill you," that is a serious literal threat. No, I know you're taking this at face value. I mean, I'm taking this at face value considering Akia is in the verge of losing her mind, so... Akia smiles as she says the joke and disappears towards the lobby. Sui-chan, it's time for Akiha to go to school. Please accompany her to the door. I'll be taking care of Shiki-san's breakfast. With a simple yes, Hisui walks after Akiha. Well then, I'll make you something easy to eat. Please, wait a minute, just... Kohaku-san walks quickly towards the kitchen. I sit on the sofa, dumbstruck. I will kill you, Nisan. Those words won't leave my head. Probably because even though it was a joke, it didn't sound like a joke to me. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I know she, if she says that, and you know she is on the verge of impulse inversion, that is true. She will literally kill you. Ian arrives. Usual Arihiko is skipping school. I like how the Foresight route is like, you know what? School? That doesn't I don't give a fuck about school in the Farsight route. Shell? Who's that? Who's Senpai? Well, to be fair, it's totally possible. What I don't understand is how CL was able to deal with the situation. Like with the Roa situation. Because the only reason why they wouldn't be there anymore is because they dealt with the Roa situation. Even Arcade is gone, so I have no idea. I don't feel like eating by myself here. Maybe I'll go to the lively cafeteria and my appetite may pick up. As expected, the cafeteria is full of people. After waiting in a long line, I buy the tired and true meal set A and walk to the table. Listening to the voices of everyone, I begin to eat. Then, for a moment, I see a terrible image. Is it the television screen? A gap at the large television? Oh, wait. Mounted on the wall at the end of the cafeteria. At my school, they record the morning news and play it at lunch. I just stared dumbfounded at the news broadcast that is several hours late. No way. I watched the news in amazed horror. Shown in television is the alley that I saw last night in my dream. The newscaster is talking. On the screen, the words "vampire serial killer's new victim" appears in the bloody lettering. It appears that the girl was saved. The girl is in the hospital recovering from having her blood drained. She's still unconscious. Chances of recovery are unknown. The identity of who attacked and stole her blood is also unknown. The picture of the girl on the television is unmistakably the girl from last night. In his Sui's route, this girl dies. I'm surprised this girl was gets to survive on Kohaku's route. So that is interesting. That means there's one thing that isn't unknown. The criminal who attacked her is without a doubt. I started to feel pain. How come? That was a dream. It had to be a dream. But in reality, the same person in my dream had her blood sucked out in the same way in my dream. That vampire should be gone already. I killed Yumizuka with my own hands. Those killings, they shouldn't be happening anymore. I killed? Yes, I killed. Just like the time when I killed Yumizuka, while breathing hard last night, the women I never met. Didn't I tell you, Shiki-kun? It's useless to resist it. What are you talking about? You're more of a killer than I am. Resisting the urge to throw up, I get up from my seat. I can't go back to class. I find myself running into the city. I come to the place I saw in my dream. There are several policemen around the area, and tape reading "Police line do not cross" and is stretched across the alley. Exactly the same, without a doubt this is the place I went in my dream. No, it wasn't a dream. I can't delude myself into thinking it isn't new any longer. Even if I stay here longer, I can't go back to school now, so I guess I'll go back to the mansion. Not even 2 o'clock yet. So it's been waiting in the lobby. Is it Saturday? Because I didn't notice a day, but on Saturdays they seem to be half day. I can say I got lucky. I don't feel like seeing now. I glance at my reflection in the window. Pale face looks like a completely different Shikano. Myself that appeared seems like another person. A dream that seemed like it belonged to another person. That which cannot be noticed. Well, we know it's the all-cap Shiki. Traces of the killing that only remains in my memory. Dizziness. For me, my vision goes black. No, I'm not the same as my old man. Desperately fending off my dizziness, I try to stay upright. My old man. Go to my old man's room and I can find out about his illness. If I do that, I can confirm that I'm not the same. If I am the same, there might be a way to help myself. So, in the previous question, Kohaku does the info dump. So this is kind of repetitive-ish, but we'll see what's the difference here. His room is on the first floor in the western part of the mansion. That's Kohaku-san's room. Oh, remember their history? Yeah, that is so fucked up. Anyway, it was fortunate that I left school early. At this time, no one else is around. I pull out my knife and take off my glasses. I try to cut the line of the door's locker and put my glasses back on. The room was not locked. My old man's room is just like it always was. Nearly all the rows of books are educational reports and nothing catches my attention. What I want right now is my old man's journal and notes. The old man was extremely methodical. There certainly has to be something like that lying around somewhere. Of course, they're not just lying around, lying about where anyone can see them. Maybe they're locked away somewhere. Yeah, this is a repeat of like if you went to the room instead of like you meet up with Kohaku-san in the detached mansion. I should probably look in these drawers first. So this is a repeat of that event. This isn't time to be fooling around. Taking out my glasses, I look at the lines. Taking my knife, I cut the lines on the drawer. Inside there appears to be some old documents bundled together, and what seems to be a journal. First, I look at old documents. This is my family tree? Definitely. Right after Toho no Mikihasa, written Toho no Shiki and Toho no Akiha. Right after that, the word Nanaya is written there. Was the word Nanaya written? Well, because I remember he only mentioned that he adopted the kid, but they never straight up mentioned the Nanaya in the tree. But anyway, they eventually talk about Nanaya eventually. Huh? My old man, he adopted a son 10 years ago, but he passed away shortly thereafter. 10 years ago. That would mean I was just in elementary school. That long ago, it's only natural that I wouldn't remember. Let's see. The heads of the household had pretty short lifespan. My old man died before he was 50. Before that, 430 in an accident. Before that, 18 years of age. Died. No, wait a second. No matter how you look at it, this is strange. Looking through the family tree, all members of the Tono household have died strangely. Madness, accidents, murder, disappearances, stillbirth. Wait, what the fuck, stillbirth? None one of them lived a long life or even died peacefully. What? This entire document is filled with horrible fates. Even worse, most of the causes of death are madness. Most of them ended up taking up their own lives. That's strange. All of this is strange, but I can't exactly place my finger on it. Next is my old man's journal. I pick up the journal, which has relatively new binding. My heart starts to pound. My heart seems to understand that I shouldn't open this, but I can't turn back now. Swallowing hard, I open my old man's journal. There's a demon lurking inside the Tono bloodline. Opening statement in those lines. And it isn't just a simple metaphor. The ancestors of the Tono were a mixed breed of something non-human and human. We, being the descendants, also have this element of something non-human in our blood. So, yeah, I'm repeating what I said yesterday. In regards to our blood, there are those with strong and those with weak non-human blood. Those with weak non-human blood can live their lives as normal, ordinary people. Those with strong non-human blood can never live as a normal life. Those with strong Tono blood are born with special powers. It could be a body that is resistant to death. It could be an ability to do things without touching them. Or it could be fangs used to take bodily fluids from other people. This blood. When this blood becomes too strong, the members of the Tono family start to gradually lose their sanity. The majority of those become demons that feed on human flesh. So the head of the Tono household carries the responsibility of punishing those who have turned into such monsters. It's messed up. My old man, what was he trying to say? Writing so seriously about something that's more like a fairy tale. The journal turns more into an old man's rant. The date is roughly 9 years ago. Handwriting starts to get erratic. I am no longer able to suppress my raging blood. I am able to obtain an orphan from a family of synchronizers. So this should help me strengthen my mind. However, it really is only a matter of time before I go insane. It is terrifying. When I come to, I find that I can't even remember half of the day. During the time I force my inversion impulse of that child. If this keeps up, it is only a matter of time before I completely lose my sanity and turn into a beast. I don't even know how much time I have left to remain as myself. No. If that child is here, then I could probably last for a few more years. But that child will not be able to hear that. After the child breaks, I will have to take my own life. It is incredibly ironic. I eliminated so many things in order to preserve myself, but in the end, I will probably have to commit suicide. Or maybe this is the curse of the Nanayas. I ended up adopting his child, son, but I guess I could not lift their grudge with such a thing. But I can't make up for the events of the past. If that is waiting for me, then I must accept when the time comes. But until then, I must protect my children. Akia's blood is weak. Unless she wishes it for herself, she does not have to suffer the same fate. The problem is Shiki, all caps. The child is incredibly close to me. More than anything else, I do not want that child to suffer my fate. If the Tono blood is unnatural, I need to distance him as much as possible from the Tono name and see how he will fare. I let out a deep sigh and expel the air from my lungs. I take a break from reading. It makes me sick. The contents of my old man's journal are so far away from reality that it's plain weird. My old man didn't just have manic depression. Rather, he just became violent without his knowing. Just like Tono Shiki right now. That's strange. But that isn't what concerns me. He writes all caps Shiki and Akia strangely. Looking back to the family tree, I see that he writes Akia using the Chinese characters for autumn leaves, while Shiki is written using the characters for 4 seasons. The okay, this is like the answer arc. They literally so if we were reading this in Japanese, you would notice that the Shiki all caps is written in kanji, while the Shiki main character is written in I mean, they make sure to mention here. So the characters for 4 seasons can be pronounced as Shiki, but the characters in my name are intention, esteem. So the other Shiki has like the kanji for 4 seasons, and main character Shiki is like intention and esteem. I have a feeling that thinking too hard about that will be bad, but my train of thought does not stop. Nanaya Shiki, come on, think about this. This is really important. you should really think about this, because when you hear from future dialogue. What are these synchronizers? Okay, so in the Hisui route, he doesn't ponder too much about the synchronizers stuff, so it's interesting he's actually pondering about the synchronizers. Maybe the adopted child, but I feel that's wrong too. Anyway, I only read halfway through all of this. If I read through it completely, I might come up with a solution. But do I really want to find out? I feel like vomiting. Can't stay standing. Hurry. I must hurry back to my room and sleep. Feels like there is something wrong with my head. But still I decide to go back reading the journal. The rest of it seems to be a record of sorts. The dates start in the summer of 8 years ago, and about a month after that. I don't understand it yet, but I continue to look through it. My son, all cap Shiki, succumbed to his Tono blood. All cap Shiki killed my adopted son who happened to be there. The adopted son is the heir of the house Nanaya. I guess it is a blessing, all unfortunate events, that he is in the same family as the synchronizers, like Kohaku and his... Oh, he straight up mentions like Kohaku and his the synchronizers. Oh, that is nice. Shiki's inversion impulse is terrible. It was determined that he must be eliminated. I have my duty as the head of the Tono household, but killing my own son is so difficult. Tono blood is stronger in Shiki than in Akia. Talking about potential, I feel an older origin in Akia's blood, but Shiki Tono's blood runs much stronger. I assume that is why Shiki inverted before he became an adult. Shiki's powers are immortality and fusion. I know he doesn't die, but even that he becomes a vampire. Is that their term for vampirism? Anyway, Shiki could not manage the waking power, and as a result, he killed and adopted Nanaya child, taking his life. I have to say, it was a superb job for using his powers for the first time. Though Shiki and the adopted son managed to escape death, the problem of maintaining appearances in normal society still remains. Shiki has killed that adopted Nanaya child. I have covered up the incident, but Shiki cannot be shown to the public. The wound I gave him hasn't healed, and his figure has transformed. He is not in a condition to be brought in front of others as Tono Shiki. He cannot be called a human either. the Nanaya child still lives. As long as he lives, I decide to use him. If there are any disagreements, I would like to hear them. Complimentarily. The Nanaya are a family that produces killers. If the adopted son happens to stay alive, the link between him and the Shiki may corrupt Shiki's mind. Well, it's happening on the other way around right now. Even as Shiki regains his sanity, I cannot deny the possibility of Nanaya's child's influence turning him into a killer. To prevent this from occurring, we must have him somewhere where we can keep an eye on him. But we cannot allow him near the Tono mansion either. I should have him raised by an appropriate branch of family. Tono blood has awakened within Shiki. Maybe it's because he was so close to death that he has regained his sanity like before. Well, we know from the previous routes, it's because All Cap Shiki was stealing the life force from All Cap Shiki. But I don't know if something will cause it to invert again. Even though it tears me apart, I cannot allow All Cap Shiki near the Tono mansion either. I place him in the care of a trusted servant. Which we know from the previous route is actually Kohaku. I put my adopted son from the Nanaya family into the care of another branch of our family. Akiha hates me. Akiha has lost both her brothers at the same time, so I suppose it's only natural. Start to raise Akiha as the next head of the household. Akiha has more than enough talent to carry out her duties as the head of the household. Tsukihime may have the ability of immortality, but Akiha has the power to plunder. As siblings, both of them have the ability to share and take life energy. It is regretful. If only she had been born 10 years ago. Oh shit. If only she had been born 10 years ago, I would have been able to eliminate the Nanayas without the help of the Kishimas. But I had to be careful. Her ability to plunder is a double-edged sword. She might plunder someone's entire concept while plundering their heat. Oh, I like how... So in the previous route, they don't go into like more detail regarding Akiha's ability. So here we are doing it right now. Like me, I had to teach her how not to attack Chris Vanelli. Akiha tried to visit the Arima residence. I cannot let her and the adopted son see each other. So this is the exact line that should make it obvious to Shiki that the adopted child is him. I mean, at this point in the game, we already know who the adopted child is, but Shiki doesn't yet. I placed her in the boarding school so that her freedom is limited. Recently, my condition has been getting worse. Seems like the daughter of the synchronizer is not enough now. For the first time in a long time, I come back to myself. How many months has it been since I last picked up this pen? Probably will not be the next time. I will have to finish writing here. I gave instructions for this to be given to my daughter Aki after my death. I don't know if Aki will ever read this, but if she does read it, it has to be destroyed. This is my only request for my daughter to fulfill. What is this? Child adopted 10 years ago? I completely forgot about that. I killed him the summer day 8 years ago when I received that rune. He killed me? That summer day 8 years ago when I received this rune? Oh, nice. He's starting to think in terms of like, he is the Nanaya kid. Nausea wells within me. I feel sick. That memory that I had forgotten until now runs my head. I understand. Everything has been written down, so I have to accept it. Besides, everything falls into place. The reason I was adopted by the Arimas, the reason I was inherited as the eldest son, it's nothing. In other words, I, Shiki, was only a replacement for the one named Shiki. Oh, nice! Because, you know what? In the Hisui route, he doesn't accept this immediately. So in the Kohaku route, he's much more, comes to this much more easily. Well, I think it helps because Kohaku did the input before, but this one is like, when he reads this diary, he's much more accepting. What is this? Cursing myself, I tossed the journal to the side. There's no need for me to investigate any further. Staying here any longer is just a waste of my time. I hate when he does that. I really hate it when he does that. The day ends. Collapsed on my bed, I just keep thinking about the same thing. Thinking calmly, there were only two things I found out from that journal. That I am not part of the Tono family. That the Naya lineage turns out to a large number of killers. Bro, didn't you think about the synchronizers part? I mean, it literally says what Kohaku and Hisui are. I don't have any blood ties to Tono Muki. In other words, those dreams of murder have to be my own. And that is the case, there's only one thing left to do. I hear voices coming from the lobby. I wonder if Akiha is back. I get up from the bed. I want to hear the truth from Akiha. Gathering up my courage, I knock on the door. Akiha, I want to talk. Huh? Nisa? Please, come in. Her voice is bright and cheerful. Taking a breath to compose myself, I open the door. It certainly is rare for you to come to my room like this, Nisa. Just like this morning, Akiha has a smile on her face. Seeing that, I just stand there wordlessly wanting to go back. I guess, after all, I have felt that myself as Shiku Tono and my sister Akiha Tono are important to me. But still, there is something I had to ask her. Akiha? Yes, what is it, Nisan? Akiha appears to be looking forward to a fun conversation. Way to break her day! You're gonna break her day, aren't you? We already know he's gonna break her day. And she's gonna go insane. Wording my beat, I looked at her seriously in the eye. Please, tell me about the Nai family. I think I have the right to know. Awkward. In that instant, Akiha freezes like a puppet whose strings were cut. Akiha wordlessly stares at me. If you won't answer, then I'll rephrase my question. My old man, Mikihisa Tono, had two personalities, right? Not just him. Almost all members of the Tono family have some sort of illness. I used to think that's what I had, but that's wrong. My anemia came from the incident 8 years ago, because I know. You were adopted by the Tono family, right? Saying that, she smiles for some reason. Akiha? Akiha slowly and elegantly walks through the window as if she was in the... Yeah, she probably was imagining this all her life. Like, how do I talk? If that one day he figures it out, well, what do I do? The curtains billow and please, placing her hand on the window, she turns around. I really imagine she practiced this. This looks like the CG on Akiha's route. Nisan, you were adopted by the Tono family. Your real name is Nanae Shiki. As you say, your health condition is due to the accident 8 years ago. You appear to know already that the members of the Tono family are different from most humans. Akiha succinctly says the thing I would have had most difficulty asking. Akiha, Dad, it is okay. It is only a matter of time, and I did not like hiding it. Now that you know, there is no need. No, maybe there was never a need. Then, there's no need to put up with any of this. Is that not right, Nisan? Akiha with her voice, full of confidence. Akiha, so like I thought Yes, you are the one father adopted 10 years ago, but you did not remember it. Do you remember that Shiki played with us? No, I don't. That's right. It's because father hypnotized you. He was someone who could not resist the total blood. You may not remember it, but the day 8 years ago, you protected me for Shiki. You sacrificed yourself to protect me from the bloodthirsty sheep. This is how you were killed by Shiki, and Shiki was killed by father. It is the duty of the head of the Tono household, those of those who are no longer human. Killed? But I'm still alive, right? Yes. By a miracle you survived. You remember what happened afterwards. You were taken to the hospital, and the day you returned, you were adopted by the Arana family. That is when father hypnotized you. You were not fully healed, so your heart and mind were weak. You are You easily believe what father told you. I see. Then, that's enough. If you understand that there is no more need to talk, I am not a member of the Tono family, right? Then you don't have to force yourself to call me brother. Soon I, an outsider, should lead this place. Don't get me wrong, Nisan. I do not call you Nisan for the sake of society. Do you not remember? Even before you were killed by Shiki, I called you Nisan. Nisan? Why not Honda? Anyway, it had nothing to do with you being adopted. I knew from the very start that you were not my true brother, and I accepted you that too. So no matter what you think, you are Tono Shiki. So please, stay here in the mansion. Akia's words make me happy, but I don't understand. Why does she accept me an outsider? Why? I'm not even your real brother. Goodness. After all I said this, you still don't understand? You are the only one I will call Nisan. Even if you don't wish it, I just want to be by your side. Because I love you, Nisan. Anyway, it's beautiful, but... So, it looks like Kohaku's route is like an Akiha route, but instead of... But, you know, it's like an Akiha route, but he rejects Akiha instead. So I'm guessing Akiha will blow up. Akiha says something totally unbelievable. I'm happy that she likes me as a brother. But as long as this situation remains, I can't be here. No, I'm not that kind of person you think I am. I see Shiki as a killer, but I'm just a killer like him. A killer? What do you mean? I can't keep it a secret any longer. Everything big until now, the dream I had last night, the bloodstains I cannot explain, the dream where Akiha killed me. I cannot trust myself. I thought those were just dreams, but my old man wrote that the Naya family were a family that produced killers. If I become like Shiki, I don't know what I will do to Akiha. I lay it all out to her from the bottom of my heart. And after blinking in surprise, she tries not to laugh. What? What's so funny? This isn't a joke. You may not believe me, but I really have dreams of sucking people's blood. Akiha's still giggling. What is this? She makes me look stupid worrying about all of this. Yes. Yeah, it is funny. See, you cannot be a vampire, because you are from the Nanayan family. Your blood is only human. Besides, the Nanayas are not killers. Certainly from father's point of view, they are, but the only ones that the Nanaya feel as homicidal impulses towards are non-human. So what you saw had to be just dreams. Even those dreams are probably Shiki transmitting to you. So isn't that what you want to see? What you want to see them? I hate how Akiha... I already know Akiha knows a lot of things. But what I hate the most is that she knows way more and she understands the situation completely. Like, I don't know. This is also like a concern of like Shiki should have been open with Akiha in the beginning. I mean, Akiha totally understands what the hell those dreams are. I mean, during the Akiha route, Shiki like spoke to Shell and like, I don't know. This is breaking my brain right now. This is like, what the fuck are you doing to Akiha? You could have thought, you know. I was thinking about the previous routes. This is bullshit, bro. This is bullshit. I don't like it. Shiki transmitted them? Come to think of it, my old man did write something about that. He stole some of my lives, so there is like a link between them. Wait, the diary never mentions that. The diary never mentioned that. It only said that like Shiki killed it, but it never said that. No, there was a link, but it never explained that it was because he stole his life force. I see. Then who is killing on the streets right now? Even if what I saw was just a dream, there are victims showing up in the streets in reality. The killer is real. I feel like I met him before. Or was that a dream too? No. Putting that off to the side, if there's a killer on the streets, then Shiki is still alive? Huh? Akia, who was just screaming until now, becomes serious. Akia, in my old man's journal, he wrote Shiki was still alive. In other words, father's journal? Akia tilts her head, curious. My old man wrote that Shiki and I were connected, and maybe what I saw were really his dreams. No, it's more likely what he's actually doing. That may be a possibility. Father's death was suspicious, and it did seem like someone was being raised in the underground cell. Wait a minute, Akia. Do we have such a thing like an underground cell here? Oh, of course. There are a lot of members of the Tono family who lose their sanity, so it is only natural to lock them away before we can hurt the outside world, right? Well, that isn't all it is used for. When I got in trouble, Father would lock me up down there. For some reason, Akia sounds like she's having fun. Chill runs down my spine. I mean, Akia has been keeping a lot of secrets. I guess this is her, like, finally, I can finally stop being secretive about these things to my Nissan and all that bullshit. I get it. We'll stop talking about it. We have something to do about Shiki though. Shiki really is wandering streets killing people, then we have to stop him. Is that so? We really do not need to have to concern ourselves about him, do we? It's not the job of the police to take care of it. Akia, what the fuck? What the fuck? There's also, I mean, if you remove the part about killers and all that stuff, literally one of the responsibilities of the Tono household head is to kill Tono family member that went inverted, and she's not doing that right now. What? Akia, what are you saying? He's killing people, but he is your brother. He has to pay for his crime. But still, goodness, Nissan, you are really too nice of a person. Brett, she brushes her hair back. You are my only relative. I do not care about Shiki, so you do not have to worry about him. No, and just do that. Do you think the police can catch him so easily? Or then there will be more victims. I will not do anything. That is not our responsibility. He says this and looks directly in my eye. Let's not speak of these matters anymore. Talking about murdering killers is boring, isn't it? What? No, this is also my reaction. Like, what the fuck, Akia? All you need, like, you want to get me to the point, you know. I noticed that Akia only started acting on Shiki because, Nanaya Shiki was, suffering. But at this point, he just straight up just like tossed Akia. So Akia is kind of fucked up in the head right now. Like, what the fuck? I tried to tell her that it has something to do with her family, but I can't. Her eyes pierce into staring at me like that. Her eyes seem to take away my resolution. It seems you understand. Well then, will you return to your room? I just came back from school, so there are things I have to do. Like Akia says, there isn't anything else to talk about. Still not convinced, I turn away from her. Akia's an asshole. Do you know this just really minus points for me from Akia? I was like, Akia's okay. Then after this conversation, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I think Kohaku is now justified to do this bullshit. You know what? I think they wrote this in so that whatever happens to Akia, it's totally fine. Because this comes out as Akia being an asshole. And all of a sudden, from behind me, a voice tells me to stop. What is it? Aren't we done talking, Akia? Akia stares at me silently. Sen, you are the most important thing to me. If I had to lose my memories of you over these 8 years, I would not be who I am. Because you are here, I was able to be myself. You are more important to me than myself, so I wanted you to like me always. True sincerity. Akia looks at me like I'm the only thing But that is just a selfish request, right? The family and I are just a burden to you. That is why I fear that you would distance yourself from me. That's just me worrying, right? Because he came back. Because he came back for my sake. Says happily. She came back for the child she made a promise 8 years ago. And Akira, this is not your route. Seeing her smile, my chest hurts. That's right. I came back because I could not leave you alone here. But now I'm beginning to think I was wrong. I did not come back because I wanted to watch over her. Wrong. Her eyes are so sincere I cannot lie. But Akiha, that isn't the only reason why I came back. I came back for the sake of the child I made a promise with. That is something even more precious than my feelings towards Akiha and something I can't lie about. Stop it! I do not want to. Oh shit, I know she can't take this well. I know she can't take she won't take the rejection well. Stop it. I don't want to hear it. You came back, so that is that. So anything else, such as your feelings, I do not need. She's not taking this well. She looks away. Aki looking down like that just for real reasons seems very dangerous. Go back to your room. Please, do not look like that in front of me, Nissan. Thoughts. I don't know what to say as I only leave her room. Damn. It's not going so well. The night wears on. It's almost midnight. It's already way past the time I would usually go to sleep. I lie down and look up the moon through the window. The night goes on without me sleeping. It isn't that I'm scared of seeing a dream of murder. The killer Shiki wandering the streets. That somehow dangerous looking Akiha. Thinking of that, I can't sleep and just look at the moon. I'm so thirsty. The last time I drank anything was around about 4 hours ago at dinner. I don't want to endure it, so I go to the kitchen to get something to drink. Oh, is he gonna encounter Kohaku? I down a cup of water in one gulp. Why is it so delicious? That's odd. Just thirsty. The sensation of fluid going down my throat. It's just like it was my last night in my dream. Oh my god, I don't like this. This is one of Kohaku's Morning Glory drinks. Someone's coming. I could hear the footsteps coming closer. Soft, small footsteps that barely echo in the dark deep night. Oh, it's Hisui. Hisui? Is it Hisui? AKA actually Kohaku in disguise? I don't know. Shiki-sama, what are you doing this late? Hisui? I was just thirsty, so I thought I should get something to drink. Shiki-sama, if that is the case, please call for me. At night, you should be resting in your room. Walking around here at night is not good. Hisui speaks plainly. There's something wrong with her words. Telling me it's not good to walk around at night, telling me not to get out of my room. That is very suspicious, actually. That is very suspicious. No, I think this is Kohaku. I think this is Kohaku in disguise. No, more than that. Hisui and Kohaku-san have worked here since they were young. So it would not be strange for them to know that I was adopted. Hisui, there's something I want to ask. Is it okay? Oh shit. Okay, maybe this is Hisui. Yes. If that is the case, then let's go back to your room. It's not somewhere to be having a conversation. No, this is fine. It's just something small anyway. Hisui tilts her head. I take a deep breath. If she doesn't know, then asking her will be revealing a secret. But I don't intend to hide it anyway. I'll make it short. You know that I was adopted? Her shoulder shakes. It tells me she did know. I see. If she know, then Kohaku-san must know. Oh, okay. I thought this was Shiki. I thought that was whatever. What's this? This really isn't a secret. Yeah, no, you're the only one who doesn't know. You're the only one who doesn't know. Shiki-sama, that is. She says that as she lowers her eyes. I am very sorry. Even if you are adopted, there is no doubt you are the eldest son of the two. Akiha-sama accepts you as her relative. My son. Thanks. Say that, then I believe that I can stay here. Sama, please do not say things like that. This is really your true home. I know. That's what I think too. Even though it was a short while, what happened here when I was a child was very important to me. I can't throw it away. Hisui looks visibly relieved. But I still want to know. Before I came here, it was Nanaya. Can you tell me what kind of child I was? If you were a part of the Nanaya clan, you're racist. I am sorry. Other than that, you were the eldest son of the Nanaya lion. That I do not know. Hisa-sama completely destroyed all the records. I see. Well, if he made me access Dono Shiki, then all the records of me as Nanaya Shiki were probably destroyed. But Shiki-sama, Nessa may know something. Huh? Sui, why would Kohaku-san know anything? Nessa took care of Mikihito-sama ever since she was young. She may know more about the Tono family than even Akiya-sama does. Considering we know what taking care of means. Oh. Shit. Come to think of it, Kohaku-san did say that she was Mikihito-sama's servant. I thought that was just to take care of his condition once in a while. I didn't realize she was his servant from that young of an age. Oh man, you don't know how fucked up this is. That Kohaku-san? He played with us every day. I just can't picture her being near to my old man all the time. To be honest, Hisui seems like she was more suited for that. Always looking down at me, Akiha, and Kohaku-san from the inside of the mansion. Is that true? But that's odd. Why would my old man tell Kohaku-san all the things he would not even tell Akiha? No, I don't think he told her directly. Since Nessa was always near Makiha-sama's room in the mansion, I believe she had many chances to overhear Makihi-sama speaking out loud. Always near my old man. This is... Alright, here we go. But that's what Hisui, who stayed in the mansion all the time, did. Wait. Kohaku-san was always with my old man as a child? Oh, he finally figured it out! He finally figured it out! Oh my god! He finally did! Hisui looks down. Something just went wrong. I mean, he did. The feeling of inconsistency come back, and everything falls back into place. Kohaku-san knew about the promise that only Hisui should know about. Hisui forgot about the promise made 8 years ago, but it might just be that I just reversed the roles in my memory. If that's true, then Hisui. Ask one more time. What do you remember about 8 years ago? Yes, about how I gave you that ribbon, right? That's right. After I left my room, you stopped me by the entrance and gave me the ribbon. Do you remember what color it was? It was white, but what about it? There's nothing wrong with her answer, but she is already wrong. Stop by the entrance, because he gave the ribbon on the tree, so she already fucked up. Nice try, Hisui. The power drains from my legs and I collapse onto the chair. How? How could I have been so wrong until now? Shiki-sama. That's wrong, Hisui. I was given the ribbon under the tree in the garden, not by the entrance. Hisui gasps and falls into silence. Why? I don't get it. Why did Kohaku-san try to trick me? Why didn't she just tell me that she was the one that I made promise with? Shiki-sama, please, don't tell Nessa about this. If she finds out, she will have nowhere else to go. Wait, sorry. All of a sudden, Hisui says this. If she found out that I knew you two changed places, silently nods. Then it was you who played with us, and Kohaku-san was the one in the mansion, right? Silently nods. Why? Why did you act like you trade places? There's no point. Or were you guys playing around with me? Well, we remember from Hisui's ending. Kohaku was really. This is like a Umineko Beatrice battler thing, that they go through a convoluted process of trying to find out if that person really cares about me or not. I really hate that kind of bullshit. But It's, people actually do that in real life. Not this kind of bullshit level. It was not our intention to deceive Shiki-sama. We cannot even fully describe it ourselves how it came to be. Started 8 years ago, after you were adopted by the Arima family. I think I just became calmer than before. Nasan tried to cheer me up by acting very happy that we really traded our role. But why? Why did it happen? Hisui, you were always energetic. That is not true. I am naturally not active, but when you were there, I tried to follow you as hard as I could. Oh, maybe I always had that misunderstanding about Hisui. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. The girl who was always cheerful and always smiling. The most free-spirited, who would always worry about us, who put up with the most, who acted like Kohaku-san would. If she was younger. Really? I think he would be cheerful even if I wasn't there. That was your character. Trust me, since I, the one who followed after you, I'm saying this. Yes, those days were very fun. I think those were the best 2 years of my life. But something crumbled after you left, Shiki-sama. Akia started to hate Miki-sama, and Miki-sama became very strict with me. The happy days were then over. I gradually became quiet and could not even work. Because she found out that Mikihisa was doing fucked up things with Kohaku. So she took it upon herself to be pressing on for some reason. Because Kohaku tries to deal with everything through an incredible amount of coping mechanism. So Nasan took over me, smiling like I always used to, running around like I used to. I took over Nasan's old role. That was the easiest for me. At the same time, it fulfilled Nasan's only wish. Kohaku-san's wish? I don't understand what she's saying. Only that Hisui really thinks about Kohaku-san. That is the only thing I could feel. Hisui, what do you mean by her wish? Nasan always wanted to be like me. For my sake, she held back. I think it's just an act for her to work in my place. She pretends to be me because of her own will. She's just like that doll, only acts like Hisui from the past. I was scared of that lesson. Nasan lost her identity, and I realized that she was living by acting out someone's role. I think that if I go back to my old self, Nasan will return to her old true self. Nasan said this when we first traded places. It's okay, Hisui-chan. Until you become cheerful again, I'll take your place. But no matter then, once you're cheerful again, I will give you back your. I was scared of those words, and I thought I should return to myself right away. But then by accident, I saw her walking around happily in the garden. Nasan really looked happy. I did not know look that way. But she was really happy. All she was doing was walking by herself. Nasan was only pretending. Even still, she looked so happy. So Nasan just did not realize it, but I understood that Nasan always wanted to be like that. Sorry, I had a split second I remembered the meme. I'll talk about these later. I just could not destroy that. Biting her lip, Sui holds back her tears in silence. Shiki-sama, please, let Nasan stay the way she is. If you do not, she will lose her place. I can only nod to her words. But that definitely is not the correct choice. Kohaku-san has pretended to be Hisui from the past, and Hisui has to pretend to be Kohaku-san from the past to protect. Hisui has been watching Kohaku-san, so who knows how to live a lie, but still says she will live her. That has to be so difficult. Shiki-sama, please, promise me you will not say anything to Nasan. Fine, but Hisui, are you okay with this? Hisui doesn't answer. Full of conflicting emotions, I get up from a chair. All I can do is leave the downcast Hisui behind the kitchen. I like Kohaku's route way better. 10 times better than Arcwade's route. Going back to my room, I noticed the door is open. Someone go outside? They must still be in the kitchen. That means it's either Kohaku-san or Akiha. To be honest, I want to sleep. My body and heart are tired. I feel like I could collapse if I don't sleep. Just tonight. I feel like I don't sleep, I'll break. Wait, thank you. What do I do? Go look outside. Okay, go outside. I should check it out. I go outside. The previously present moon is now obscured by clouds. Wait, let me see. Someone is opening the front gate. I start to say something. Akiha? Akiha looks quickly over my shoulder and exits the gate. Huh? Out of nowhere, my chest starts to pound. Oh, that means Shiki All Caps is here. Thump. 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 Heart seems to pulse with new life. I can feel the blood coursing my body and the shaking of my fingers. Ah. A chill runs down my back. Despite that, my body feels like it's on fire. Akiha, why is she doing this late? I feel dizzy. I tried to sort things out rationally, but I stopped. Right now, I have to follow Akiha. Huh. Saving my breath, I follow after her. Thump thump. With beating heart, I follow her quietly to avoid being noticed. I feel regret. I do not have my knife tonight. Oh. There's no moonlight. It's now midnight. There isn't a sign of anyone on the street. Akiha walks unsteadily. I try to silence my breathing and I wait my chance. It's taking her a while to be alone. Where she going is trivial. I'm terribly thirsty. I'm incredibly excited. I somehow I don't like where this is going. This feels so wrong for some reason. All of a sudden I lose sight of her. Where'd she go? I return to the main street, feeling instinctively that I'll see her again if I wait here. I let out a deep breath. My heart is still burning. That's on. This isn't a dream. This isn't a dream. Then why is my body burning as if I'm following Akiha? It's like I want to kill Akiha. It's the Nanaya mode, that's for sure. Sensing something, I instantly conceal myself. Akiha is coming. She looks around from side to side as if searching for something. There... anyone here, I guess. I hear her thinking aloud. I must be that close that if I can hear her. Peering from the shadows, I look into the street. Oh, Vermilion Akiha is here. My head aches. The air around me tenses. I collapse to the ground. I never felt such pain before. It's so bad, it makes me seriously think my skull will just split open and I'm going to die. Ouch! Shaking my head, I stand up. I don't know how long I was out, but the night is quiet. Wait a minute. Why am I still here? I am out on the main street. I saw Akiha by the gate, and after that, it's right, I followed her. What am I doing? Yeah, that was the Nanaya blood. Surprised at what I'm doing. Huh? That pleasant smell pricks my nose. Smell I've never known until now. Smell that is stuck to my mouth during my dreams these past few days. From that alley? Getting a bad feeling, I run towards that alley. Like a rehash of my dream last night. In the alley, there is a collapsed stranger. Despite the blood flowing from his neck, the person is still breathing. Everything before me turns crimson. But this isn't a dream. Maybe it's because I had all those dreams of murder, but I can think calmly. I go out to the street. I go to the nearest public phone and call the nearest hospital. After giving a fake name, I tell the location and condition of the victim and I hang up. Now, before the ambulance comes, I should head back to the mansion so no one sees me. After running without stopping, I can finally relax. I don't have anything to feel bad about, but I feel that getting involved would be dangerous. I did the best I could. The person in the alley was still breathing, and the bleeding wasn't that bad, so I don't think it was life-threatening. As As expected, running here with all my strength, including up the big hill, was a little much. Completely out of breath. Crap. Dizziness assails me. I can feel my consciousness withdrawing. This isn't normal dizziness. If it's this bad, if I collapse, I won't be able to get up for a while. Damn it. I have to get back to my room before being up against the stairs. I managed to take one step on the stairs. Oh shit, he passes out in the first step. I collapse. This is awkward. Evil at every corner, too. October 28th. Oh, nice. Wait, let me get some water first. All right, let's continue. Strong rays of sunshine caused me to open my eyes. I'm in my room. I'm only now wearing my pajamas lying on the bed. Excuse me, with a knock, the door opened. Kohaku-san howled, but... Ah, good morning, Shiki-san. How are you feeling? Kohaku-san draws near with a normal smile. I think back to last night's conversation with this, tucking that away into the back of my mind, trying to make my usual smile. Morning, Kohaku-san. Carry me up here. Huh? Don't you remember, Shiki-san? Found you alone on the stairs and you stood up once I called you. Said you had a nice time and started to walk. Oh my god, what the fuck is this implication? I did lend you my shoulder, but you walked here here by yourself. I don't remember. I must have been so tired that I forgot what I did. So you don't remember anything about last night? Maybe. I don't remember anything after I came back to the mansion. Ahaha! That's unfortunate. Shiki-san, you kept apologizing to me. I inquired why you kept apologizing and kept saying that you were an idiot and a blockhead. Oh, that's his truest feelings. Oh, okay, I know what he's doing. So maybe Kohaku saw Shiki, had him drugged, find out, you know, what he was thinking of, why he was out and all that. Because, you know, Kohaku has a lot of access to drugs for them to hallucinate and all that. Oh my god. Shiki-san, are you a blockhead? No, I don't think so. Well, I really am starting to get an idea that my brain is made of wood. He really has a blockhead brain. It took him, at least he figured out like which person was which twin was the real ribbon owner. He finally figured it out. He finally figured it out. Anyway, thanks a lot. If I slept on the stairs, I'd have caught a cold in school. Huh? Are my eyes playing tricks on me? The school tells me it's past 10 in the morning. Ah, Kohaku-san! School! Yes, today is your school's founding holiday, so you don't have to. You don't have to school. You don't have to go to school, never mind. That's right. Come to think of it, it was. I completely forgot about it since I had been spacing out in school lately. Well, I should get up anyway. If I sleep any longer, Akiha will sit on my bed. I can't really. My body won't move. I try to get up with my arms, but they have no strength. It seems your condition is still bad. You have a slight fever and you look a little pale. It may be boring, but please, rest in bed today. Kohaku-san wipes my forehead with a cold, wet towel. Feels good and cold. It seems your fever is down. Not sweating as much. Face looks much better. You should be well by 8. Kohaku-san crispy brings like the thermometer and ice below. And she makes me open my mouth, checks the condition of my tongue. Well, I'll bring you some rice porridge right away. Son, you better behave today. Kohaku-san. Yes? What is it, Chiki-san? As expected, she is like always. Her usual cheerful smile does not change. Oh, I realize her eyes are really blank. Oh. I don't know, because my brain is now interpreting each time she has that blank, has that expression, her eyes are actually are being blank. I can't bring myself to think that her smile is just an act. Nothing. I'll look forward to the rice porridge. Yes, well then, excuse me. Kohaku-san disappears down the hall, her footsteps paddling after her. I just stare at the figure silently. I think Kohaku might have an idea, considering that she's a master actress. I mean, that was implied in like the ending of History's Route that Kohaku could figure out if he was lying or not. Or whatever he was thinking about. Dinner arrives. After bringing the food, Kohaku-san went back to her duties. Being alone, I let out a sigh as I think of my strange circumstances. Myself being adopted. Akiha saying that she doesn't care about it. But she went out. Hisue and Kohaku-san. And the killer that's still on the loose. I asked Kohaku-san, but it doesn't seem like there's a new victim in the news today. I guess that night's victim was saved, but while Shiki is on the loose, there will be more victims. If only this body did what I told it to, I could stop Shiki. I lay my head down on the pillow as I start to say that. Maybe it's because I've been seeing those dreams, but I'm beginning to have violent thoughts like Shiki. Whatever I do, I should heal up first. Close my eyes. Was I this tired all along? My energy just drains from me and I feel asleep and I still become... I can hear the pulse in my ears. It echoes inside my whole body, noise turns me away from dozing off. Hot. Thirsty again. My throat is dry and my mind is foggy. So each time he has this sensation now, it's the Nanaya blood. I open my eyes. My body still feels sluggish and my fever is slightly increased. Still, I should be able to at least go to the dining room and get some water. The hallway is empty. A long time ago. So long I don't remember, or I don't even have to remember. This place is quiet like the ruins you might see in a movie. Hot. Sunlight is hot. I just want some water, so why? Something compels my legs to move. I have a bad feeling I need to get ready for the sensor just in case. It seems like the attached building is bathed in sunlight. Feeling like I'm in the hot desert, my vision dims white. But I hear a noise. It's from the detached house. There's someone there. Opening the sliding door very slightly, I peer in for the porch. Ready for this? Inside I see that. Oh, I knew it! Good thing I got ready with the sensor. Inside I see that figures of Aki and Kohaku. They look a little strange. I hear the swishing of an obi being removed. But without a word, Kohaku-san pulls down her kimono and bears her breast. This is always awkward because this is the scene where Akiha is drinking Kohaku's blood. Kohaku stands there with a blushing face but does not move. Akiha presses her lips against the bared white chest. Tension. Kohaku-san looks down at her bare breast. Akiha crouches as so she burying her face in Kohaku's breast. A thin red drop makes a line around her breast. Akiha's throat starts swallowing something. What? Why is she drinking? There's no need to ask, I already understand. Akiha is drinking Kohaku's blood. Time itself seems to... My entire body pulses and I feel it inside out. Body doesn't even... My heart doesn't even... It thinks like it was a machine. My very cells have been transformed. My bodily functions have quieted like a still lake. All I can do is move my head and process what I was seeing. Akiha. Bewilderment fills my world. Is Akiha a vampire too? Akiha-sama. Kohaku's lips tremble. Please, stop. If you take any more, it will be bad for you. Just like overdosing of medicine, getting too used to blood would cause you. You want to say I will be like Shiki? That is strange, Kohaku. Don't want that. Her eyes are filled with enjoyment. Kohaku doesn't answer. That is fine. I didn't like father either. He is pure evil. Just thinking he was my real father made me even want to kill him, right? Coming into his blood and forcing his passions on you. When you were still a child, every day he would do those disgraceful assaults without end. So Kohaku, I already know you have a grudge against me and Shiki. Why? You know all that and still drink my blood? Of course. I know it can't be helped you have a grudge against me, but I still like you. So whatever you do, I will forgive you. Unless you mess with what's more important to me, that is. With a smile, Akiha licks. Oh my god, that is... With a smile, Akiha licks Kohaku's nose. Was that necessary? With a sudden jerk, taking his shoulders, Kohaku's back to the gas. No, stop, Akiha-sama. If you drink more blood than usual, really, no need to worry. I won't become like Nisen. Me sucking blood is just for pleasure. It won't destroy me like it did Shiki. But then, it would make you happy if I did. Kohaku doesn't answer. She only narrows her eyes, not affirming or denying it. Akiha's red tongue slides. Oh, I'm not gonna start that shit. Anyway, she drank more blood. Chikiri. What the hell's chikiri? Chikiri. What the hell? My heart rumbles. My will has gone to a far off place, commanding me to kill. Oh, this is the Nanaya thing. He's having the Nanaya thing right now. This is some fucked up shit, bro. Kill. Akiha-sama. Why did Shiki-sama want so much blood? My blood was enough for him to stay alive. Yes, your blood was enough for him. As a synchronizer, your blood is more efficient and tasty. But reproduction and sucking blood are different. It isn't just that there needs to be a lot of blood. Everyone's blood has a different taste. Something that has become accustomed to sucking blood, different flavors are inspired. So he's a blood connoisseur. Okay, I got it. I get it, okay? I get it. There's no limit? Yes. But this is more like a hobby. If your will is strong enough, you can quit. If you want delicious blood, it is easy to attain. Really, Shiki and I need the blood of one person. Am I in trance? Looking at Akiha sipping the blood, I can't breathe. What the hell's Chiki? Pain. It hurts so much, I might mistakenly kill to be free. Just the blood of one person? Yes. For Shiki, it may have been mine. That is why he never came here. If it did, that fun game would have been over. Yes, over complete. If you drink what would for you be the best blood, there would be nothing left afterward. I would kill the one I love the most and drink out even their life. After that, the only thing left would be... Akiha tightens her fingers around Kohaku's body. Kohaku closes her eyes and endures Akiha's action. This is why I will never go after the thing I want the most. there is time for me to do that, then this is. After finding out that it will never become mine, Akia and Kohaku class together. Rustle, rustle. Her red hair fills the room like waterfall. Okay, I think it's okay now. Fighting back nausea, I escaped with bloodshot eyes, visiting a presence to overcome me. What was she saying? Sucking blood, just like Shiki. Joking with Kohaku as she sucked her blood, her red hair. Kohaku, Hakusan, gracefully assaulted by Mikihisa. I don't know how to describe that. I think that's an onomatopoeia that I'm not familiar with, that Chiki. My head is pounding. My head is still wild. Akiha. I saw Akiha drinking Kohaku's blood and I thought it was beautiful. Crimson hair, a vermilion spider web, freakishly scarlet like wings of poisonous moth, the very color of evil. Excessively beautiful, excessively poisonous. Therefore I am ruled by the strange feeling. Underneath the brilliant sun, I walk through the woods. Shut up! This incessant racket does not stop. The unnatural sounds. I can hear them coming from behind me. Insects. Some black insects are crawling around my back. Because Kohaku-san called me a blockhead. These insects think my spine is a tree, crawl around looking for honey. The insects gather around my spine, crawl into my brain and through my neck. Countless insects crawl on my back, crying out. As the insects enter, a sick impulse almost seizes me. Kill. The command to kill Taro Akia fills my brain. There can be no mistake. The name of this is the urge to kill. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I slapped the back of my head. I feel like I'd go crazy if I didn't. I don't hate Akia for sucking blood. I only hate myself. I hate being filled with commands to kill her. Taking out the insects from the back of my neck, I hate them. Leaning my back against the wall, I catch my breath. I can't control myself. What's the difference between and the way I am right now? No, that isn't really important. Why couldn't I understand? Kohaku-san, the word in the journal, the word synchronizer. Kohaku-san and Hisui weren't adopted. They were just brought here as the meaning. I didn't know the meaning, what it meant by being servant. Even try to understand. Every day without end. Akia said that. I don't have to think too hard about what Mikihisa did. If Mikihisa was the subject of the same violent urges as me, I understand all too clearly that what he must have done. Always. That girl was always by not knowing how to leave, or even how to beg for help. Mikihisa has no sympathy for Kohaku still being a little girl. It was written in the journal. Mikihisa only saw Kohaku as a tool, like a child, placing all his emotions on her. What a rapist. Girl would perpetually just stare at us, played in the garden. I can't condemn Mikihisa. I also tortured her more than he. So he said that. The Kohaku-san always wanted to become Hisui. Can't even imagine it. That girl being locked in the mansion ever since childhood, looking down at us playing behind the clear wall and window every day. Despite this, she gave something important to her as I left. After that, for the sake of her younger sister, she began smiling her own way. Terrible farce. Only trying to play even she knows is a lie. All she can laugh. What? What a terrible thing I've done. Thinking that Kohaku-san was Hisui, I spoke to her about my memories of the past, the day of the welcome party, While cooking with Kohaku-san, I spoke so happily about the memories with Hisui. She said she didn't feel pain when she cut her finger. Foolish! My heart, my chest constricts. Can't breathe. Myself that wants to kill Akiha. Myself that couldn't even understand what was going on. Sorry. Sorry, Kohaku-san. My consciousness wavers. My body enters the stupor. For the first time, I want to kill myself using my ability. Oh my god, that really hit me right now. Thinking about his struggle, thinking about his realization, his feeling of disgrace and guiltiness of making the mistake. Anyway, let's continue. Akiya-sama, when you call a doctor, that is pointless. He isn't sick. He won't get better unless we take away what's causing it. Akiya-sama, Akiya and Hisui are talking. Tashiki. Looks like I am sleeping on the bed. I try to get out of the bed, but I can't move at all. My body is heavy like lead. No, I can move freely are my mouth and eyes. For an instant, I think I am still dreaming. You failed, Hisui. I told you to pay attention to Nissan today, right? I can't even trust you to take care of Nissan like this. I am very sorry. If you want to apologize, apologize to Nissan. Apologizing to me will just make me angry. I don't understand why they're like that, but I understand that Hisui is being scolded because of me. Akiha-sama, I cannot help Shiki-sama if he collapses. Please, give Nessa my duty. That won't do. I can't let Kohaku-san here, Nissan. You shouldn't either. Be with Kohaku every time she's here and never let her alone with Nissan. But Akiha-sama, Nisama's condition is getting worse. Does not receive medicine on Nissan. Nessan, he will not be able to stand. That is true, but that's better for me. Akiha murmurs this as she ponders. He'll need to skip school for a few days when he wakes. He has not been well the past few days, so do not let him out of the room until he gets better. I will contact his school. I can no longer see Akiha's figure. Subdued Hisui is the only one in the room. Shiki-sama, are you awake? I'm surprised. Akiha didn't even realize it, but Hisui must have known I was awake. Yeah, I just woke up a little bit ago. Sorry. Because of me, Akiha was mad at you. No, it was only natural for her to be angry. I did not realize you have collapsed, Shiki-sama. Jeez, I'm used to it. And what's with Akiha wanting me to skip school? I'm fine, so I don't need intensive care or anything. Shiki-sama, about that, can you not do as she tells you to do? Huh? You mean not going to school tomorrow? She nods. It looks as if she's not worried about being scolded by Akiha. Rather, she is concerned over me. Oh, I can't say no to those eyes. I understand. I'll rest from school tomorrow. Is that acceptable? So he gives me a weak, apologetic smile. Well then, please excuse me. If anything happens, please call for me. No, I can't move my arms. How am I gonna do that? He said disappeared with a bow. The instant I became alone, sleepiness assails me. In all seriousness, there does seem to be something wrong with my body. I'm trying to stay awake, but it's no use. Okay, so I realize in this part of the story they haven't talked about why his body's going like this. They haven't taken care of that topic yet. Staring at the pattern in the ceiling, I easily fall asleep. Origami. Why is there this much sadness? I don't understand the reason. Whatever happens to anyone, it is their fate. Wait, you know what? I'll be right back. I want to take a short rest. Alright, let's continue. Okay, let's actually start from the beginning of the first line. Why is there this much sadness? I do not understand the reason. Whatever happens to anyone, it is their fate. It is not something I can receive as a stranger. Neither pain nor happiness, nor feelings nor flesh. Not that I'm sad. So why is this relentless regret? Even though I never knew about that girl. Even though I only look at her now. For me, there isn't a connection between. So why? After thinking of the past I did not see until now, why does my chest feel like it's tearing apart? Yeah, okay. I wonder what is most miserable. That moonlit night, the killer I happened to meet that one night I asked the question. That was just one of the many ramblings and meaningless scenes. How did I respond? Sadness is happiness is hard to understand. Find miserable situations, you have to look way down. If being miserable is living a life so painful and full of suffering, that makes you wish you were dead, then it would mean that it was better if you were not born. As for me, I thought the saddest thing was to never have been born. After I said that, the killer laughed. After laughing so hard, he said something along the lines that I was really a nice guy. What is misery? Not even realizing your misery and mistaking it for happiness, I think. I remember nodding to that. That really can't be helped. Not being able to think that you are miserable. The only thing that is granted to them would be the sympathy is meaningless. Believing the illusion that she's happy, that she will live a laughable life. As a stranger, that can't feel her pain. I agree, that kind of misery was the worst. Oh, I like how he's dreaming about, he's now dreaming about Kohaku. At least thinking about her situation. So he's not coming off as, you know, he's really thinking about her seriously right now. I slowly wake up for no apparent reason. The combination of a cool breeze and sunlight streaming from the window feels great. The weather is simply exquisite. It's not the kind of weather spent all day in bed. I lift my upper body. Still no good. My arms are still sluggish. It's not like I can't stand up, but probably I won't be able to walk. I hear a gentle rhythm of knocking. Please excuse me, how are you feeling? I feel fine. I believe I'll be able to move by evening. I remember saying that last night, but I should be fine this time. Kisama, may I ask you a question? What is it? Shiki-sama, while you were living with the Arima family, did you ever class like this before? So his voice is weak. He's worried that my declining condition is due to coming back here. You don't need to be responsible. You don't need to feel responsible, Hisui. This happened to me while I was living with the Arimas. Well, maybe once a year during the middle school, but that's not once I entered high school. But I was already thinking that it was going to come and should be pretty soon. And did you recover quickly at those times? A day or two, so it's not a big deal. You act like I have some serious illness or something. Iki-sama, I think it is a serious illness. I have heard that you have anemia, but nothing like this. Have you ever thought that your body was strange? My doctor always says my body's totally just weird. Collapsing like this and recovering so quickly, I could say my strength is much more amazing than most people. I tried to laugh it off, but made her angry. Shiki-sama, people whose strength is much more amazing do not have many fevers during the night. Do you remember how many times you had a fever last night? Huh? Did something happen? It was last night. As soon as you fell asleep, you had a fever. Began to sweat profusely, and I had to check on you every hour. If I do say so myself, that's amazing. It is amazing, but I am a bit embarrassed to have been such a burden to her. Huh? Come to think of it, these are different pajamas than I wore last night. Did Kohaku-san change my clothes? No, Akiha did it herself. Last night, Akiha-sama and I took turns caring for you. After you calmed down in the morning, Akiha-sama returned to you. Akiha did? As I blurted this out, I flashed back to what I saw yesterday. Akiha was sucking on his son's blood. Oh my god. Akiha was yelling at Hisui. Chiki-sama! I vaguely hear Hisui's voice. Maybe I showed my tension on my face. It's nothing, I see. Akiha took care of me, huh? Yes. He would come every hour and take care of you. Since I was unable to contact you physically, I was very fortunate that Akiha-sama came. How stupid of me. Akiha was so worried about me, but what did I think about her? Thanks, Hisui. Please tell Akiha thanks too. Yes. Well then, Shiki-sama, I will bring you breakfast, so please wait a moment. I leave the room and I lift myself up. Leaning my back against the wall, I take a deep breath. My body has gotten a little better and the weather outside is excellent. Add to that, I am truly happy that Hisui and Akiha took care of me last night. Still, I feel down. I haven't seen Kohaku-san since yesterday. I know if I see her face, I won't be able to talk to her normally. But still, I just want to see her face. It passes noon and the sun starts to dip from the top of the sky. The condition does not improve, but it doesn't get worse either. Not knowing what to do, I just stare out the window. Even though I try not to think, one person pops into my mind. I know the killer Shiki has to be dealt with, but what I'm thinking of, Kohaku-san. A solid knock at the door. Nii-san, it is me. Can I come in? Akiha's voice. I don't really have any reason to avoid her. Obviously, I'm concerned about yesterday, but it didn't look like she hated Kohaku-san, and it might be something she has to do. Those of the tonal blood need synchronizers. Akiha isn't hurting her like my old man did, so I should keep quiet about it for now. You didn't need to ask me. Come in. Yes, excuse me, Nii-san. Akiha enters my room. Akiha, what about my school? It's not even 1 o'clock, right? I took off today. You are suffering. I should not leave, right? Akiha comes to my bed. I will take care of your temperature. Please, put this in your mouth. After that, you need to change the sheets. So can you get up for just a moment? Fix the thermometer in my mouth. Looks like she came in place of Hisui. After checking my temperature, she smartly changes my sheet. Gets out a fresh set of pajamas. Not to think of it, Kohaku-san sufficient too, but she didn't have Akiha's air of swiftness. Even though Kohaku-san is relaxed normally, she probably has things ordered, so there's nothing unnecessary done. All finished. Lisa, please lay down. Still standing, I steal a glance out of the window. Kohaku-san is gathering fallen leaves with her broom in the garden. She'll probably say hi from me. Lisa, I have finished putting new sheets on your bread. Huh? Sorry, I was spaced out for a little. I sluggishly lie down back on my bed. Sitting down on my chair, she starts to peel an apple rather clumsily. That's so cute. With an intense look in her face, she intently works the knife. Until she uses too much strength and the knife almost flies towards my bed. Is she practicing to be a good housewife? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is her playing house right now. I wish she would do such dangerous things in the kitchen. Akiha, you don't have to force yourself. Directly I tell her not to do things she's not good at. Oh, Akiha is a little dissatisfied, puts down the apple and the knife on the floor. So cute. I like that expression. I like this Akiha expression. Seeing her with a plate and fork, it's obvious she was going to do something she's not good at. By the result, I'm happy for Akiha's care. But it's funny, so I start to laugh. So mean. Hey, what is it so funny, Nissan? I did not do anything to make you laugh. I was just thinking this. It's just like back then. When I was sick as a child, you used to clumsily take care of me back then too. Yeah, I remember. When I was still living as an adopted child, when I was playing with Akiha, I caught fever and collapsed. I was running in the detached house. I was resting in that detached house after that, but Akiha escaped and managed to come care for me. It sure brings back memories. At first you held my hand, but you started to try and take care of me. At the end you even took some empty syringes when it was going to inject me, right? I regret it now, but it's the truth I cannot take back. No kidding. If Ji-san hadn't realized it and stopped you, I probably would have died. Incidentally, Jin-san was the assistant of the family doctor. After that time, he became a personal physician. Jinan-san sensei? Even though you don't like doctors, you always end up losing. Of course, that person is a mad doctor. If you disobey him, he'll pay you back twice as much. You understand how scary that is? Who knows? Akiha says as she smiles. Who knows it doesn't concern her and that she isn't being treated at all. Speaking of doctors, when did Kohaku-san get her pharmacist license? Very close at our age, but that sort of thing has a name limit. That is true, but it is father's doing. Don't know the exact date of Kohaku and place birth, so father did a little manipulation of the documents to make her older. Whoa, as expected of a rich man, his methods are mental legal. But I think that Hisui is about your age. Kohaku and Hisui are twins, so that would naturally make her around your age, right? No way. Kohaku-san and I the same age? Well, not like I really gave it much thought, but I always felt she was older. Well, she definitely doesn't act older, but I never thought of her as the same. Because if that's true, then when Kohaku-san was 8 or 9, I imagine a crack in my body. Son, what is wrong? Are you feeling alright? Nah, it's nothing. No need to worry. After all, this is just a brief. There's no need to worry. Sweating like this is like you will pass any moment. Something like that, you see it. But compared to Kohaku-san, compared to that, this pain is nothing. I really want to see Kohaku-san after all. Oh, this is romantic. I don't know what I will say after I meet her, but I have to see her and do something. I still haven't fulfilled my promise from 8 years ago. This isn't the time for me to be lazing around here. And just like that, suddenly my business comes to. How is that? Have you calmed down? Akiha placing her palm on my forehead. Her cool fingers. Seems the cool sensation has drowned away my dizziness like soothing water. Nissan, how are you feeling? Didn't I already tell her? Eyes are dead serious. Her gaze seems to be asking something different. Fine, I will just have to investigate myself. After saying that, she lowers her hand from my forehead. Her palm soon guides to the top of my shirt. Doesn't seem like there is anything wrong in particular, but your fluctuating temperature might be to me simply not be. Murmuring to herself, she draws back to her hand. Nissan, you have a normally healthy body. You have anemia like this very often. Do you ever think that this is strange? Yeah, well, the doctor told me many times, but what about it? Of course, doctors cannot know the reason for your anemia. Hey, Nissan, do you want to know the reason for it? Huh? My heart skips a beat. What I haven't known for all these years. This unstable body of mine. Akiha knows? It doesn't seem like you're joking. Right. If you want to know, then I will tell you. It's due to the sins of my family, so you have the right to know. For some reason, her words are very dangerous. But I can't shake my head in denial after all this. I want to know. Please tell me, Akia. I understand. Then I will tell you. I say that, but you already know most of it. After that accident 8 years ago, you became this way, right? So, that has to be the root of all this. 8 years ago? You mean when I was almost killed by Shiki? Exactly. At that time, Shiki stole the majority of her life. After father carried out the sentence of Shiki, kept alive in the basement, right? So Shiki was using her life in place of the life he had lost to keep alive. Why Nisan? Why you cannot move around freely with your own life? That as a result, you're always hovering on the brink of death. So as long as Shiki is alive, you'll always be like this. You can never go back to the way you were before. What? On the edge of death? That is the most edgelord thing I ever heard just now. That's ridiculous. It's just... It can't be just anemia. Not being able to move freely and losing consciousness frequently can't be called anemia. So it's just like she says. There's not much difference between this and drifting into death. Why? But I made it this far. If I lived like this for 8 years, then I can surely... Now, until now, Shiki was locked away, so you were able to live barely. And now Shiki's going outside and using your life to do as he did. The burden for whatever he does is on you, so you will not be able to live like before. A pulse surges. Her words hold nothing back. As they are the truth, they pierce my heart like a sword even more. Nisan, if you want to hate someone, hate Shiki and the one who set him free. Because even if he is alive, if Shiki was quiet, then this would have never happened to you. She bites her lip as she says this. Is she that angry as Shiki for seeing my life? She bites so hard that blood flows from her lips. Akiha. But she isn't looking at me. She's staring into emptiness as if staring at an enemy. But rest assured, I will do anything to protect you, Nisan. So you can always smile. I will kill Shiki, you want to say? I remember the old man's journal. The responsibility of the head of the Tono household is to exterminate all those who stray from the human existence. And one night, Akia was hugging me, desperately fighting back her tears. That time I know she said those words. Said she didn't want to kill her brother with her own hands. She was crying, not being able to tell me that. It's fine. You don't have to feel any responsibility. No, I am the head of the Tono family. So all the crimes of any member of the Tono household has committed, I will definitely... Hey, you don't have to make such a painful face. Okay, this has happened before. Whatever Shiki does, I'll recover in a matter of days. So you don't have to worry. Son, you are just repeating yourself. I cannot bear you to be like this, not even knowing if you may die at any minute. So I told you not to worry. Shiki is my responsibility. You don't have to do anything. Nisan. Yeah, Akia does not have to kill her brother. This is just between me and him. If the Tono blood is cursed, I have been forced into this ridiculous dance for 8 years. And I, with my own hands, will end all of this that started 8 years ago. Neither Kohaku-san nor Akia can be or should suffer any longer from that blood. Nisan. As she relaxes, finally eases her shoulders. Thank goodness. You are definitely my niece. You are definitely my niece, San. Just like 8 years ago, you only protect me. Her beaming eyes look directly at me. How do you say this? The atmosphere has become incredibly intimate. And, as if to spoil the great moment, Akia's stomach lets out the growl. That's so embarrassing. They were in a serious moment, and she was so hungry. Come to think of it, Akia stayed up all night watching over. She must have been so worried that she didn't eat. I think I'm getting hungry. I tried to follow her up. Please. I was so relaxed to let my guard down. Akia goes unembarrassed. Well, maybe it helped me out. I don't know what would have followed from that mood. Akia, I'm fine right now, so please rest. Took care of me all night, right? Yes. It was really nothing at all. I could not help you. I only did the best that I could. That's enough. I hear it all from Hisui. I really am happy to have such a great little sister. Yes, and I suppose I will rest a little bit. I'll come back here again after dinner, so please, rest and relax. Getting up from the chair, Akira leaves the room. A light knock on the door opens. Thanks for waiting. Miki-san, time for dinner. Huh? Haku-san's arrival takes me completely by surprise. Huh? Haku-san? Yes? Tilts her head. I thought Akira said she wouldn't let you near me. Still off kilter with surprise, I blurt out what I was thinking. Yes, I was ordered the same thing. But Akira-sama and Hisui do not know how to do an IV. Son, after dinner, you'll have to get a shot, you know. With her usual smile, she deals in the cart and shuts the door. On top of the cart, there is food. On the lower half, there is a syringe and everything needed for an IV. Oh? Kohaku-san? First is dinner, right? Here, she says as she presents the meal on the platter. Kohaku-san's smile is full of content. How could I destroy it? Please act like before. I remember Hisui's words. Even I want to keep her smiling like this. I want to see her smile happily just like this. I can't destroy that. Well, I'll dig in. Yes, please chew everything well. Lowering my eyes, I pick up their chopsticks. Kohaku-san stands nearby with that smile. It's also sad. I just can't look at her. The sound of my utensils echo through the room. Seeing her so close to me, smiling, just want to kill myself. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this is her faking a smile, so no. This is actually just a fake smile. Why am I so sad? Kohaku-san is right here. The one I always wanted to meet yesterday, so there can't be any reason to be sad. Sadness is easy. Happiness is difficult to understand. Sorry, this is making me think a little. For example, a girl who was locked away in the mansion since she was very young. A girl giving Toyoshiki her ribbon despite all that. Stupid me that spoke happily about the past in this mansion. Such things cause me pain. Sound of my utensils bringing my hands together. I thank her for the meal. As if she was so happy that I had seconds, she cheerfully takes the dishes. If that were true happiness, maybe I would be happy as well. That's pretty simple, isn't it? Let me find the reason for my sadness. There must be something wrong with me not have seen it earlier. Just like this person. I love her to the point that I can't even imagine seeing her in pain. Then I finally realized the simple fact. Well then, a shot before your IV. Son, can you roll up your sleeve for me? I roll it up with my up to the elbow. This won't be too painful. Relax. Sama would sometimes fall ill too, but I have a lot of practice in it. Rose my arm with the swab and drenched in alcohol. I don't know what to do. Kohaku-san says Tono's Miki name as if it was nothing. Perfect act. Is there a reason for it? Cut the finger bit. You were always injuring yourself as a little child. You would ignore Miki was holding and run around the garden. She's nostalgically. I just can't look at her smile directly. For an instant, her smile changes from its usual form. It isn't her cheerful smile. It is a smile that comes from describing a distant, long-far dream. But to protect Kohaku-san of the present, I had to play along with his charade. That's right. But Kohaku-san, you also seem to be having a lot of fun. Yes, I was running with you, Shiki-san. Yes, yeah, it was really fun. Playing in the garden until sunset, but after all it was over, would always get yelled for being covered in mud. Another act 2. Oh man, this is hurting me now. That smile is just fake. Not being able to stand it anymore. I wrap my arms around this girl speaking her dream. Wait, let me reach on the shit. I can't even hold onto her tightly. Shan? Her questioning voice reaches. I just wordlessly hold her close to me. I can't let her see my... I probably have a horrible expression. I can't meet her gaze, our perception. If I did that, she would know that I know everything. But still, I tried to hold back and bite my lip. San, does it hurt that much, San? No, it isn't that. All I can do is grip with my finger. I can't hold her tight, but I want to embrace her as much as I can. Aw, no good, Shiki-san. You're a boy, so you have to endure some pain. Arm brushes against my hair. Quietly rubs my head. That breaks my... It's okay. Son? Something? Kohaku-san asks. No matter how much my mind screams at top to stop, the words just come out. It's okay. You don't have to smile any longer. It's okay. You don't have to force yourself to smile. My voice feels hurt from my clenched lip. Her hand stops moving. Kohaku-san freezes. Doesn't even hear a noise. Kohaku-san pulls away. Oh no, looks like the ivy spilled. She'll smile. Unfortunately, the next one will not arrive until tomorrow, so we'll stop for today. Well then, Shiki-san, if anything happens, call me. Kohaku-san pushes the cart as if nothing just happened. He leaves without opening the door. Acting like that, breaking my promise to Hisui. No different from Mikihisa. I can't even control my feelings. The open door flutters at me in ridicule. Kohaku-san left without opening the door? That's odd. I know Kohaku-san closed it window. So why was the door open? It has to mean that someone was watching when I was hugging Kohaku-san. After dinner, I will return Nisa. What Akiha said. Akiha saw it. I ponder aloud. Oh shit! Sorry, it just went through my brain just now. My God! My God! Fuck! Oh my God! Oh my God! Akiha would go full psycho here, man. She will go full psycho. Fuck! Anyway, that wasn't really a big deal. So why? Why do I have this whirlpool of uneasiness in my chest like I did something I can never take back? Night falls. Give me a second. The clear daytime sky turns into a black dome. The swarm of clouds corrals across the sky and obscure the moonlight. Take a deep breath and get out of bed. See? I told them I'll be better by evening. I'm pretty much better. There isn't anything to stop me from running about. Take my knife from the drawer. Alright, I place it in my pocket and psych myself up. Problems really piled up. But I won't make a mistake that what I can do and what must be done. The killer wandering the streets. Tonight, I have to end Shiki's wandering once and for all. As her big brother, it's at the least I can do. I can't allow Akiha to be forced into fighting her real brother. I had to stop Shiki while I can still move my body. I don't see Shiki anywhere under the clouded night streets. Damn! I guess I was thinking too optimistically. I thought I would meet Shiki if I just walked in the streets at night. Even though I had never seen him, I thought I'd be able to meet him with like two magnets coming together. Probably better if I just wait somewhere instead of randomly walking about. The alley would probably be a good idea. I witnessed so many murders there in my dreams. That's probably the best bet if I want to find Shiki. I like how this alley is so instrumental to a lot of routes. It's like they only have one alley in the entire goddamn city. And you know, it's basically the murder alley. Because there's always someone who's dying there or something dying. Obviously, that's an exaggeration. That's obviously like me pointing out the obvious limitation of like how they took this picture and just like shaded over it and all that. But it's so stupid. I hide in darkness and take a deep breath, ready for an attack at any moment. I grip my knife. My heart is beating furiously. Maybe out of control. Soon I will be battling Shiki. This will be close to a battle to the death. I don't intend to kill, but the possibility of ending that way is high. Even still, my mind is calm. Has watching those dreams truly desensitized me towards killing? The only thing that is normal is my heart. It is the only thing that feels the tension of the upcoming killing and beating, warning and bells inside me. Maybe it is the only true normancy of the Naya Shiki, the race. I let out a deep breath. My insides are still overheating. Strange. Completely calm, but why is my blood racing to the vampire? It's time. It's time, is it? Once before, I think I was searching for someone like this. I sent someone and instantly myself, found footsteps. Pulse reaches new heights. The one who is coming is the one enemy I know and I came to defeat. Footsteps come closer. Only a few more steps. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. I dash towards the enemy. The enemy suddenly whirls to me, face me. The enemy tries to jump back, but I am many times faster. Swing my knife at the enemy's throat without the slightest hesitation. Oh my god, he almost killed Akiha! Right before the impact, I managed to pull back. The knife breezes through Akiha's hair. We'll take a deep breath and point at the other at the same time. Nisa, what are you doing here? Akiha, what are you doing here? This is like a comedy sketch. I hate this. Well, I guess it's pretty obvious we're after the same. Akiha looks at me with eyes almost bring. I think she's the man for you for hugging Akiha, but I can't worry about that right now. Akiha, just what are you doing here at this time of night? No, you have more reason to be suspicious. Is it not obvious? I am looking for Shiki so I can fulfill my duty as head of the Tono family. Akiha answers me. Akiha, I told you I'd take care of it, so there's no need for you to put yourself in danger like that. Didn't you agree to that? That may be true, but I changed my mind. Nissan, you seem a little busy, so I thought I would go in your place. But Akiha looks away. Akiha, I won't ask what you're angry about, but it isn't that a different matter. This is between me and Shiki. Akiha, I won't let you get involved in a dangerous fight. Give it up. You are very naive if you can keep saying that, Nissan. Look, even now your body's getting weaker. So I will do whatever it takes to make you better. I will not listen to you if you tell me to stop. Akiha looks intently at me. He's dead serious. What you say is right. I really am happy that you worry over me this much. But isn't it tough? Shiki is your, son. You are the only one I call Nissan. Certainly this is a difficult task, but someone has, right? I was raised to fulfill my duty as the head of the Tono family. So all of this is under my own resolution. More importantly, Nisan, at your current health, what are you doing? Aren't you the one who is in danger for Shiki? Akiha does an incredibly commanding pose as she walks towards me with her finger pointed right at my throat. I unconsciously take a few steps under this attack. See, you're already losing to me mentally. Look, you are just a normal human, so a monster like Shiki is too far above your level. I will escort you this night, but from now on, you will have to take care of yourself. Akiha grabs my arm and walks off. Wait, Akiha, wait up! Oh, quiet. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, quiet. If you make a racket like this light at night, you will just attract the police. Once again. Oh, well. My body still isn't well, so I should just go back like she said. Nisan, please, go back to your room. I am also done for the night. Akiha turns away, still a bit protrude. Her black hair swishes in the air. For no reason whatsoever, I see her and feel this incredible uneasiness. Akiha? Yes? What is it, Nisan? I can trust it, right? I say without we even know what I want to trust in. Akiha looks surprised for a moment. Yes, you have not done anything you need to worry about, so please rest. Says this with a completely unclouded smile. Akiha walks away. My room is on the second floor in the western part of the mansion. Akiha's is in the eastern part. Does living under the same roof but being so far make me that uneasy? This unlingering uneasiness that I can't define. I open the door to my room. I hear the voices of warblers. What the hell are those? Distant moon. The night is dark. The veil of shroud the entire world. The ground is jagged like the teeth of a saw. There isn't anyone around. All I can hear is the reed warblers. Black field. I instinctively feel homesick. As a small child, I always played in this forest. I always go out in the dead of night. My parents and siblings feel uneasy about being by people. Don't go out during the day too much. But this is just like any other day. What the hell? That was weird. I walk out of the garden alone into the forest and I encounter people I don't know. Black field is even darker shade even. Isn't it natural darkness? As if I was being radiated from a dull lamp. The fresh carpeting of blood looks like red wild berries. It is awfully hot. As I take each breath, I feel like I'm bringing fire into my lungs. The heat is intense as summer. Is that why I keep hearing those reed warblers in the chilled air? The wild berries are strewn all over the field. A mild, single, bright red eye. Stranger standing in the only has one eye. Eye shines red light, looking like it's floating in empty air. Its very existence normally. There's only one eye. Its color doubles. Compared to the eye, the fresh blood comes still like this chrome yellow of a far-off mountain, scarlet deeper than red. Name for that has been passed down in the Naya oral tradition. Crimson red vermilion. Name that points that awakens the non-human blood of its. So this is the Tono bullshit. There's a person whose ego is subsumed by a transcendental self and loses all sanity. It's said that the red evil eye is a sign of being possessed, like a mirage somewhere shimmers behind it, laughing around aimlessly as it pain. Does not look like it's having any fun. The reed warblers cry, its body becomes hazy. used as if eaten by the surrounding bush. Voice calls me from the distance. Scared to be alone, so I go towards the forest. With a veil of trees, it sounds like they're having a festival. Crash, crunch, mash, flat. Nanaya Shiki walks towards the back of the forest. After passing through the field, I think back about the redness I saw earlier. How pitiful. When did it become so tired and hazy like that? Terribly strong, but at the same time very fragile. After finding out that it doesn't have much longer to live, I continue towards the heart of the forest. I open my eyes to the morning sun streaming from my hot pajamas are drenched with sweat. Like I have a weird dream. It was like that really old silent comedy movie. I'm not too sure, but the one where the actor with the black derby hat and mustache getting in all sorts of situations. It was a dream where it felt like I was watching a movie. But I'll be right back. Okay. A mustache that keeps getting all sorts of situation. It was a dream where it felt like I was watching a movie. Picking the wrong thing. Come to think of it, I never did dream when I stayed at Arima's. Actually, I never did dream since I was a kid. My doctor said that I sleep so deeply that I can't dream. And maybe the dreams I see coming back to this mansion are actually my memories instead. Isn't that what you call a dream? Well, I'll leave these little things for scholars to debate. As a student, I should go to school. Alright, time to get up. Get up from the bed. Huh? Actually, my body does not move. What? Why can't I move? I clench my teeth and summon all my strength. The blood rushes to my head, causes dizziness, and I manage to lift my upper body. Hot! Body's on fire. Damn! This is worse than yesterday. Yesterday my body was just heavy. Now it's just moving my arm is incredibly difficult. Damn! I see if I can lift my arm vertically. Yeah! I finally lift it up. Just doing that expends all my energy. It takes me about a minute. What's going on? This is like a dead body. Maybe like a robot without any power. Either way, I can't move. Still, my mind is sharp and I don't feel any pain. Kohaku-san! I tried to call her, then stop. Yesterday I said those things while I embraced her. I don't know what Kohaku-san thought of that. I don't think she knows I know about her in this trading place. But still difficult for me to face her now. So, Akiha. Hey! I try to say come, but I stop. Speaking loudly brings another wave of dizziness crashing into me. Shouting requires muscles that probably puts a strain on the blood in my brain. I breathe shallowly. All I can do is just wait like this until his body comes to wake me up. I think I'm getting tired right now. 3:30, this is even later than the one last night. You know, we are probably 5 6 hours away from ending this, so no, we can always do a part 3. So yeah, I think we're gonna do a part 3. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's game. Oh, I mean this stream of Tsukihime. I'll be continuing when I wake up. So yeah, we'll be our Tsukihime later. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Ciao.